My name is Anna. I'm 35 years old, and for 10 years I was married to a man I believed would always be my home. Mark and I built a life together. We have a 7-year-old son, Lucas, who still believes his parents can fix anything with a hug. There was a time when I believed that too. We used to be close. Not just married, close. We shared everything. Every night, we made Turkish tea together. He would pour, I would add sugar, and we'd sit at the kitchen table talking about our day. We laughed easily back then. Sometimes we didn't even need words. Just a look was enough. But somewhere along the way, the laughter disappeared. At first, the changes were small. Mark stopped asking how my day was. He started keeping his phone face down. He began stepping outside to take calls, whispering that it was just work. I told myself I was imagining things. Marriage goes through phases, I thought. Stress comes and goes. Then he began coming home late. He would eat in silence, eyes fixed on his phone or the television. On weekends, he suddenly had meetings or golf games. Sometimes he locked himself in his home office for hours. When I offered to help with documents or finances like I used to, he brushed me off. "I'll handle it," he would say. "I don't need help." But it wasn't help he was refusing. It was me. One evening, Lucas looked up at me with worried eyes and whispered, "Mommy, why is Daddy always angry now? Did I do something wrong?" My heart broke in a way Mark would never understand. "It's not you, baby," I said, hugging him tightly. "It's never you." Still, I kept trying. One night, I sent Lucas to stay with my mother. I told him I just wanted some time alone with Daddy. He smiled innocently, holding his little toy car, unaware of the storm brewing in our home. I cooked Mark's favorite dinner, roasted chicken with lemon and garlic. I wore the red dress he once said made me look unforgettable. I lit candles. I waited. When he came home, he barely looked at me. "Hi," I said softly. "Hey," he replied, eyes still on his phone. He ate quietly. No compliments. No questions. No noticing. Later, as he lay in bed scrolling through his screen, I gathered the courage I had been holding inside for weeks. "Mark," I whispered, "can we talk?" He sighed but sat beside me on the couch. "You've changed," I said. "We don't talk anymore. You don't see me." He stared at his hands. "Do you still love me?" I asked, my voice barely steady. "Of course I do," he said quickly. "I'm just stressed. Work is heavy." I wanted to believe him. I truly did. But the fear inside me was louder than his reassurance. "Is there someone else?" I asked. His head snapped up. "No, never. I just need time. Please be patient." So I waited. Weeks passed. Nothing changed. The distance grew thicker, like fog filling every room in the house. Our tea nights disappeared completely. Our conversations shrank to schedules and grocery lists. Then one evening, everything shattered. Mark was in the shower. His phone lay on the table. The screen lit up with a message. "I miss you. Did you think about me today?" It was from a woman. I didn't need to open the message. Those words were enough. My hands trembled. My chest felt hollow. When he came out of the bathroom, smiling casually, I looked at him and saw a stranger. The next night, after Lucas fell asleep, I placed his phone on the table between us. "We need to talk," I said. He frowned. "Anna, I'm tired." "No, now." I pushed the phone toward him. I saw the message. His face drained of color. "It's not what you think," he muttered. "Not what I think." My voice shook. She says she misses you. She asks if you thought about her today. He rubbed his forehead. It was just talking. I was stressed. I needed someone. The words sliced through me. Not your wife. I whispered. Not the woman who stood beside you for 10 years? He looked ashamed, but shame wasn't enough. I didn't mean for it to go this far, he said. I never stopped loving you. I stared at him for a long time. Love isn't this, I said quietly. Love isn't secrets. Love isn't making me feel invisible in my own home. Silence filled the room. Heavy, unfamiliar. Two people who once shared dreams now sat like strangers negotiating a loss. I can't live like this anymore, I said finally. That night, I packed a small bag for Lucas and me. I folded his tiny shirts carefully, as if protecting him from the truth. I left a letter on the kitchen table. I still love you. I still believe we could have been something beautiful. But I can't be the only one fighting for us. You asked me to wait. I waited. Now I need to find myself again. Before leaving, I stood in our bedroom doorway. Mark was sitting on the edge of the bed, silent, defeated. For a moment, I saw the man I used to know. But love cannot survive on memories alone. I kissed Lucas's forehead, held his hand, and walked to the door. My hand trembled as I turned the knob. My heart was breaking, but it was also clear. Some wounds don't heal with patience. Some promises cannot undo betrayal. That night, I chose something I had forgotten about for years. I chose myself. I didn't know what the future would look like. I didn't know if Mark would fight for us or let us go. But I knew one thing for certain. Peace is worth more than pretending. And sometimes, the bravest thing a woman can do is walk away, not because she stopped loving, but because she finally understood she deserved to be loved back. The first night at my mother's house felt unreal. Lucas slept peacefully beside me, his small hand curled into my shirt like he was afraid I might disappear. I lay awake staring at the ceiling, listening to the quiet. It was different from the silence in my house with Mark. That silence had been heavy. This one felt empty. Mark called the next morning. I watched the phone ring. My chest tightened, but I didn't answer. Not because I hated him. Not because I wanted to punish him. I just didn't trust my voice. A message followed. Please come home. We can fix this. I'll end it. I swear. End it. The words burned. So it had been something real. Not just talking. Not nothing. I put the phone down and focused on Lucas. He deserved stability, not a mother constantly crying in the kitchen. The first week was the hardest. At night, I missed the version of Mark I used to know. The man who brought me flowers on random Tuesdays. The man who held my face and told me I was his forever. Grief is strange. You don't only miss the person. You miss the future you imagined with them. Mark kept calling, leaving voicemails, apologizing. I made a mistake, Anna. It didn't mean anything. I was stupid. I was lonely. Lonely. I wanted to scream every time he said that word. How could he be lonely when I was right there? After 2 weeks, I agreed to meet him. Not for him, for closure. We met at a quiet cafe near the park where we used to take Lucas when he was a baby. Mark looked thinner, dark circles under his eyes. He stood when I walked in like he wasn't sure if he was allowed to sit. I ended it, he said immediately. Blocked her. Deleted everything. I nodded but said nothing. I'll quit my job if I have to, he added quickly. I'll go to therapy. We can go to counseling. I'll do anything. Anything. But where was that urgency when I was crying alone next to him? Why? I finally asked. He blinked. Why what? Why did you need her? You had me. He looked down at his coffee. For a long moment, he didn't speak. I felt like I was failing, he admitted quietly. Work pressure. Expectations. I didn't want you to see me weak.
She didn't know me.
With her, I didn't feel like I was disappointing anyone. His honesty hurt more than a lie. So you chose someone who required nothing from you, I said softly. Because loving me required effort. He flinched. I was selfish, he whispered.
Yes, he was.
But selfishness destroys slowly, quietly. I don't know if I can trust you again, I told him. And without trust, we don't have anything. Tears filled his eyes. I had seen this man cry only twice in 10 years. Now he looked broken. Tell me how to fix it, he said. I shook my head gently. You can't fix it in one conversation. You broke something that took years to build. For the first time, I saw fear in him. Real fear. The kind that comes when consequences arrive. The weeks that followed were confusing. Mark started therapy. He sent proof of appointments without me asking. He asked to see Lucas often, and I allowed it. He was still a good father. That had never changed. Lucas didn't understand why Daddy wasn't home. Are you mad at him? He asked me one night. I chose my words carefully. Sometimes adults make mistakes. Big ones. And sometimes they need time to learn how to be better. Will he come back?
Lucas asked.
I didn't know the answer. Meanwhile, something unexpected happened. I started remembering who I was before I became someone's wife. I began jogging in the mornings. I reconnected with an old friend I hadn't spoken to in years. I enrolled in an online course I had postponed for almost a decade. And slowly, I started breathing again. Not perfectly, not without pain, but differently. Mark kept trying. He wrote letters, real ones, on paper. He apologized without excuses this time. No blaming stress. No blaming loneliness. Just ownership. One evening, after he dropped Lucas off, he lingered at the door. I don't expect forgiveness overnight, he said. But I want to earn you back. Not because I'm scared to lose you, but because I finally understand what I almost destroyed. I studied his face. For the first time in months, he wasn't defensive. He wasn't distant. He was present. I'm not promising anything, I said. I know, he replied. And for now, that was enough. Love doesn't disappear in one night, but trust doesn't rebuild in one either. I don't know how our story will end. Maybe we'll find our way back to each other, stronger, more honest. Maybe we won't. But this time, I'm not waiting in the dark for someone to choose me. I already chose myself. And if he wants to stand beside me again, he'll have to walk the long road back, step by step. No more whispers. No more secrets. No more silent dinners. Only truth. And this time, I'm watching closely. 3 months passed. Not dramatic months. Not explosive ones. Quiet months. Mark kept going to therapy every week. No reminders. No excuses. Sometimes he would mention something he learned about avoidance, about pride, about why he shuts down when he feels inadequate. For the first time in years, he was talking. Really talking. We started couples counseling too. The first session was brutal. I cried more than I expected. Not just about the other woman, but about the years I had slowly felt myself shrinking. I stopped asking for things. I admitted one afternoon. Because I didn't want to be difficult. Mark looked stunned. You were never difficult, he said. But I felt invisible, I replied. And when you feel invisible long enough, you start disappearing. That sentence hung in the room. Therapy wasn't romantic. It wasn't candlelight and apologies. It was uncomfortable truths. It was hearing things about yourself you don't like. It was realizing love alone doesn't carry a marriage, effort does. Meanwhile, I kept building my own life. I finished the course I had started. I began freelancing part-time. I started meeting friends for coffee without feeling guilty. I laughed again, not because everything was fixed, but because I wasn't holding my breath anymore. Mark noticed. One evening, after dropping Lucas off, he said quietly, "You seem stronger." "I am," I answered. There was no anger in my voice, just clarity. He nodded slowly, like he understood that this version of me would not tolerate what the old version did. One Saturday, Lucas had a school event. It was the first time Mark and I stood side by side in public since I left. People stared politely. Some whispered. Lucas ran toward us after his performance, grinning. "Did you see me?" he shouted. We both knelt at the same time, laughing as we hugged him together. For a second, it felt natural, familiar. But familiarity isn't the same as healing. That night, after Lucas fell asleep at my mother's house, Mark asked if we could talk outside. The air was cool.
Quiet.
"I don't want to pressure you," he said. "But I need to know, do you see a future for us?" The old me would have rushed to comfort him. This version of me took her time. "I see possibility," I said carefully. "But not the old marriage." He swallowed. "What does that mean?" "It means if we try again, it won't be because we're afraid to be alone. It won't be because we have history. It will be because we are choosing each other consciously." He listened without interrupting. "And if we try," I continued, "there will be boundaries. Transparency. No locked phones. No disappearing emotionally. And if I ever feel that shift again, I walk away. No warnings." He nodded immediately. "That's fair." "No," I corrected gently. "It's necessary." Silence stretched between us, but it wasn't hostile. It was honest. "I was arrogant," he admitted. "I thought you would always be there no matter what. I stopped protecting what mattered most." Hearing him say it out loud did something inside me. For months, I had questioned my worth, wondered if I wasn't enough. Now I understood something clearly. His betrayal was about his weakness, not my value. That realization changed everything. A few weeks later, I agreed to slowly transition back home, not as if nothing happened, but carefully. Mark moved out of the bedroom temporarily. We continued therapy. We scheduled weekly check-ins, real conversations, not surface talk. The first night I slept back in that house, I stood in the kitchen holding a cup of Turkish tea. Mark walked in quietly. "I haven't made this in a long time," he said. "I know," I replied. He stepped closer. "Can we start again?" "Not from where we left off. From scratch." I looked at him, really looked. He wasn't the careless, distant man who ignored me at candlelit dinners. He wasn't perfect either, but he was trying. And this time, I wasn't choosing him out of fear. I was choosing with awareness. "We don't erase what happened," I said softly. "It becomes part of our story." He nodded. "I understand." That night, we sat at the table like we used to, not laughing easily yet, not fully healed, but present. Weeks turned into months. Trust didn't magically return. It rebuilt slowly, through consistency, through small actions, through transparency. Some days were still hard. Triggers appeared unexpectedly. A late meeting, a missed call. My heart would race. But instead of hiding, I spoke. And instead of dismissing, he reassured. That was new. One evening, Lucas looked at us across the dinner table and smiled. "You guys laugh more now," he said. Mark and I exchanged a glance. He was right. It wasn't the carefree laughter of young love. It was steadier, stronger. One night, as we cleaned up after dinner, Mark reached for my hand. "Thank you for not giving up completely," he whispered. I squeezed his hand gently. "Don't thank me yet," I said with a small smile. "Thank yourself for finally growing up." He laughed, and so did I. Here's the truth I learned. Love isn't enough. History isn't enough. Even children aren't enough. Two people have to choose each other every day. And sometimes, losing everything is what forces you to understand its value. I don't know what the next 10 years will bring, but I do know this. If our marriage survives, it won't be because I endured pain silently. It will be because I walked away and he walked toward me. And this time, we're walking side by side.